Good afternoon, everyone. Again, I'm Nate Harris. Professor Franz, I think my beanie looks a little better than yours, but I just recently saw a picture of the freshman class of 2024s, and theirs is pretty sweet. So it is great to be here with you all today, and it is a little unique being here on Zoom and talking to you all the way from Richmond, Virginia. But I'm super excited for you all as you enter into this exciting and new chapter of your lives here at Springfield College. I want to share a few things with you guys before you guys get going and start an incredible new student orientation, and then prepare for the semester. It's been an interesting year. It's been a very challenging year. It's been a unique year, and you've heard from many of the speakers before that it is a year of a lot of challenges, uniqueness, uncertainty. My year kind of started off pretty good, and I specifically remember I came home from work one day. I just finished working a basketball game, and my wife was already went down to sleep, and I tried not to disturb. I went in to say hi before I kind of cleaned up and got ready for the night. And she said, "Hey, I got something for you." And she handed me this bag, and out of the bag was a little balloon. And the balloon said, "Happy Valentine's Day." Now, Valentine's Day had passed already. So I was like, "What's this?" I don't get it. But you know, she loves giving me gifts. It's her way of showing that she loves me. I'll take it occasionally. I opened up the bag, and in the bag, it says, "Congratulations, you're gonna be a dad." I can't tell you enough. I went through a whole series of emotions. I was super excited. I couldn't figure out words to say. I was trying to wait, what? And I was feeling so happy and excited. It was something that I always dreamed about becoming a father. And then in the same moment, I got this wave of anxiety and thinking about the uncertainties of what that actually means. What does it mean to be a father? What does it mean to be a dad? What does it mean to actually bring somebody into this world and groom them and build them up to be a man or a girl who's going to be the next leader of this world? Later learned out that we're going to have a boy, so I'm super excited. About 4 weeks later, the moment we all probably remember, when Rudy Gobert, I'm a big basketball fan, Rudy Gobert tested positive for COVID-19, and my industry shut down. Basketball games were canceled, arenas were shut down. My world was completely shattered. And in the midst of all the craziness going around in my job, one of the things I kept thinking about in my head was, man, I'm really about to bring my son into a world with a global pandemic going on. How am I going to manage that? What do I do about that? And then a few months later, we had the unfortunate and drastic killing and murder of George Floyd. We heard the stories of Ahmaud Arbery and Breonna Taylor. And a wave of another level of anxiety hit me again. What does it mean to bring a Black son into this world right now? And what is my responsibility to protect and nurture and prepare him to enter into a world that I don't know if is going to accept him for who he is? I was hit with these levels of anxiety and levels of uncertainty that were so incredible. I had to take a moment and reflect and think about what I need to do in those moments of uncertainty. I kind of leaned on a couple things and was able to think back to my time even at Springfield College. And as I was matriculating through, that was able to help me get to those. And I'd love to share those points with you. Before I get to those points, I want to just think about what it means also for you. You've heard already, you're entering into this new phase of your life. You are now entering to college, something you may have dreamed about. If you're an athlete, you dreamt about coming onto campus and playing football or volleyball or any of the fall sports. You thought about coming together and having groups of friends and be able to hang out in the dorms and doing all the unique and incredible experiences that college provides. And then You don't know if you're going to be able to have those experiences because of a global pandemic. And then you think about, well, now I'm entering into this space where I don't know what is going to happen for me, for those around me. This is all brand new. You probably experienced it even as you graduated from high school. I was supposed to go to prom. I was supposed to graduate. I was looking forward to those moments. I wanted to share those moments with my friends and family, and I no longer can do that. Well, I'd like to share with you what a few things that I was able to do as I entered into my life and how I managed some of those uncertainties. When I was just about prepared to graduate from Springfield College, I was studying sport management, and I had a dream of working for an NBA franchise. And as I was finishing up my schooling, I was able to land an internship with the best franchise in the world, even though they aren't the best right now. But my favorite franchise, the New York Knicks. It was the dream internship, and I knew it was going to turn into a job in no time. I was ready to go. I moved down to New York. I was working in and out of the facilities. I even got the cool experience of working day to day with the players and coaches of the team. It's a dream come true. I was preparing to be able to, I was doing such a great job. There was murmurs and rumors going around that they were going to bring me on as a full-time employee. Again, my dream was going to come true. Upon that time, if those who remember, and parents who were watching probably remember that 2008, the economy crashed. And it was chaos. People didn't know what was going on. And jobs stopped hiring people, including the Knicks. I had everything set up. I was ready to go. My roommate from college, from Springfield, we had actually found an apartment. He was doing an internship in New York City as well. We found an apartment, was ready to sign the lease, but we just didn't get the confirmation of that job. And all of a sudden, everything that I was certain about was gone. And as much as I wanted to work for the Knicks and work in the NBA, that just wasn't going to be able to happen at this time. And I had to move back home. One of the last things I wanted to do after I had gone through this amazing experience at Springfield College and was ready to enter into the world. And a few things I had to do when I got to that place, because I was discouraged. I was upset. I was anxious. I was like, what am I going to do? I need to find a job. And one thing I did, I sat down and I realized a few things that I needed to make sure I managed. And this is one of the things I refer back to today as I enter into this world. The first thing is lean on something greater than myself. And what does that mean? For me, that's my faith. I trusted that there's things in life that I don't have control over. But all things are working together for something better than I even imagined. And when I think about that even today, I think about the benefits that I've had in my life. The first thing I think about is there was a day when my roommate from college, the same one I wanted to move into an apartment with in New York, was having a birthday party back home because he moved back home as well in Boston. I went up to go see him for a birthday party. And that was the night I met a woman who now is my wife, who is now about to give birth to my first son. Things are working around you that I probably never would have met her if I had been in New York City and my career had started off there. Things are working on bigger than my control, bigger outside of my vision, and bigger than me at all. And I've relied now on my faith. So for you, whether it's a higher power, whether it's for you an inner sense, rely on something greater than yourself so that you can then realize that you don't have control over the things you don't have control over, and it's all going to work itself out. The next thing I had to do was I had to sit down. I remember sitting down in my parents' basement, which was now makeshifted into a bedroom because they had already planned on me not coming back as well. And I sat down and I had to change my mindset. I had to say to myself, Nate, you can do whatever you need to do to be able to get to where you want to go. And I had to shift my mindset saying, this moment right now, this moment of uncertainty, this moment of disappointment, this moment of the things I wasn't planning on this, I can overcome this. And once I got that mindset in my head, I knew I had to get to work. And the next thing I did is I got to work. I did action. I went and I found every part-time job I could but was very specific about how I went about my part-time jobs. I found jobs that were going to be able to develop and grow the skills that I needed to be able to get into the job that I wanted. I volunteered as an athletic director at my former high school. I worked for Parks and Recreation and worked in the maintenance crew, which is not what I wanted to do. And I was responsible for scheduling overtime. Sounds boring. It was, but it built skills that I have now been able to use and implement in my day-to-day job that I refer back to this day. The last thing I had to do was remember that it's great. Everything is greater than myself, and I need to be of service to others around me. When I found that when I was doing service towards others around me, I was mentoring and developing and helping young people. I was helping my roommate, same one who we were trying to live in New York together and who I met my wife with. We would call each other and share our stories but we would encourage each other to continue to pushing forward. And now, in those moments of me being able to serve others, I was able to reap back from them greater than I even had been able to pour into them, because they were able to some be able to connect me with jobs and opportunities that I didn't know that were possible. But I also was able to see and help and grow, develop people to be able to handle uncertainty in their lives as well. I was able to help found a young professional development group for young men of color right there in Springfield. And we were able to bring over 60 young men of color, Black and brown, onto that Springfield College campus, be able to pour into their lives on how to handle their life that they have had, that they have ahead of them. And now as I think about bringing a Black son into this world, I know I have the tools now, because I was in service to others, to now raise him and bring him into a world that is ahead of him. So those are my 4 quick points. 1, find something greater than yourself. 2, shift your mindset. 3, get to work, do the work. And 4, serve others. As you enter into this year, class of 2024, transfer students, and whenever you're able to graduate and matriculate on, I want you to remember those things. I want you to be able to say, you know what, I need to wear my mask and be responsible, because in taking care of those around me, I need to buckle down and focus and do my work, because even though I can't have the experience that I wanted to have my freshman year, I'm going to be able to exceed and do great things because of it. And also know that this is preparing you for something greater than you can even ever imagine. This very moment where uncertainty is at its highest, where you are able to navigate into a space that has never been navigated before, it is preparing you for something that you have no idea is going to be able to, and you will have all the skills and tools to be able to handle them. So as I close, I want to wish you a fantastic first semester. Faculty and staff have worked extremely hard, and I hope they have a fantastic semester. Things will not always go smoothly, but they will work out themselves out, because you have the tools to be successful and to move forward. Again, I thank you all for being here. I appreciate you making me your convocation speaker, and have a fantastic class fall semester, and congratulations and welcome class of 2024.